thought I didn't notice, I noticed. I just loved you more than I loved being right. The first time was a Friday. You came home just before 2. You blamed the rain and traffic, and I chose to believe you. The second time your telephone went silent when I walked inside. You turned the screen against the table, then kissed me with distracted eyes. I knew the perfume wasn't yours. I knew that name I'd never heard. But love can make a patient man swallow questions with his words. So I poured us both a whiskey, let the evening carry on. You thought I didn't see the distance, I saw it all along. Every time I let it pass, you thought I'd never understand. But forgiveness isn't blindness, it's the final kindness of a loving man. I gave you more chances than you knew, more forgiveness than you earned. I stood beside a dying fire while you watched the bridges burn. Every time you crossed the line, I moved it back because I loved you. You thought my patience had no ending. But darling, good men get tired too. Good men get tired too. There were nights you slept beside me while I stared into the dark, trying hard to find the woman who once knew my every scar. I remembered Sunday mornings, coffee barefoot in the hall, when loving you felt effortless before we learned to build these walls. Maybe that's what kept me staying longer than a man should stay. I wasn't holding who you were, now I was loving yesterday. And every little disappointment found another place to hide, until the man inside the mirror barely recognized his eyes. A man can carry almost anything when he believes there's something left to say. But even the strongest shoulders eventually learn what they should put down and walk away. I gave you more chances than you knew, more forgiveness than you earned. I stood beside a dying fire while you watched the bridges burn. Every time you crossed the line, I moved it back because I loved you. You thought my patience had no ending. But darling, good men get tired too. Good men get tired too. Don't misunderstand me, I don't regret the chances that I gave. I'd rather know I loved you fully than spend my life wondering if we could have been saved. There's a difference between devotion and slowly losing who you are. And somewhere between your last excuse and another lonely night, I finally learned the difference. I gave you more chances than you knew. Now there aren't any left to give. I don't hate you, I don't blame you, I just finally wanna live. Keep the promises you couldn't keep, keep the reasons I outgrew. I gave you more chances than you knew, until giving you another meant betraying myself for you. I finished my drink and stood beside the doorway. You looked at me like somehow you finally understood. You whispered, "Are you leaving?" I looked back once. No, I think I've been leaving for a long time. I just finally reached the door. There wasn't a fight, no broken glass, no goodbye. Something in me just went quiet that night. You came home after midnight with December in your eyes, dropped your keys beside the doorway and handed me another lie. You said traffic kept you waiting, said your battery had died. I could have asked 100 questions, but I didn't even try. There was a time I'd need the answers, need to know where you had been. But sitting there beneath that lamplight, I felt something different begin. No anger rising in my heartbeat, no jealousy left to fight. Something in me went quiet that night, and that scared me more than anger, more than anything you'd done. Because pain means something matters, but I was feeling none. Something in me went quiet that night. No thunder, no tears, no fight. I watched you talking from across the room and felt the distance growing inside. I didn't hate you, didn't blame you, didn't need to make things right. Something in me went quiet, and I knew love was losing the fight. So quiet that night. You poured yourself a glass of wine, then asked me why I look so tired. I almost laughed at how the question came from someone feeding the fire. Instead I said, I'm fine, don't worry, words I'd never used before. You smiled like everything was normal, then disappeared behind the bedroom door. I stayed alone beside the window, watching rain erase the street, and realized I wasn't waiting for your footsteps next to me. For months I'd feared the day I'd lose you, like losing you would end my life. But something in me went quiet that night. Maybe hearts don't always shatter, maybe sometimes they just close. Not from hatred, not from anger, they simply let something go. Something in me went quiet that night. No thunder, no tears, no fight. I watched you talking from across the room and felt the distance growing inside. I didn't hate you, didn't blame you, didn't need to make things right. Something in me went quiet, and I knew love was losing the fight. To think the end of love would sound like doors slammed in the hall, like angry words and shattered glasses, like photographs against the wall. But nobody tells you sometimes love dies, while everything looks exactly the same. The lamp still burns, the whiskey waits, the clock still moves, you say my name, and somewhere deep inside a man, nothing answers back. Something in me went quiet that night, and somehow that silence felt right. I stopped trying to change your heart, stopped asking why we'd grown apart. No revenge, no final warning, no need to prove who wasn't right. Something in me went quiet, and for the first time I slept all night. Morning came through half-closed curtains. You were sleeping, turned away. I looked at you for several seconds, searching for what I used to feel. Nothing angry, nothing broken, just quiet. So very quiet. And that's when I finally understood. Sometimes a good man doesn't stop caring because he becomes cruel. He stops because his heart got tired before he did. You came home late again. Funny thing is, I didn't even look at the clock. There was a time I'd hear the doorway and my heartbeat would begin. I'd watch the numbers on the bedside, wonder where the hell you'd been. I'd rehearse a dozen questions while the whiskey filled my glass, then pretend that I believed you when you finally stumbled back. But tonight the rain kept falling and I barely turned my head. You slipped quietly from your high heels, then stood waiting there instead, like you expected an interrogation, like you'd practiced every line. But I just closed the book I was reading and said, hope your night was fine. You looked almost disappointed that I didn't need the truth. Maybe that's when you first noticed I was slowly losing you. I don't ask where you've been anymore. I don't wait beside the door. I don't read between your answers like I used to do before. You can stay out past the sunrise. You can leave your phone face down. I don't ask where you've been anymore, because somehow I stopped caring where you go. No questions anymore. You poured yourself a glass of red wine, then sat across from me. Said you haven't asked me anything. Is something wrong with you and me? I watched the candle catch your earrings, watched the smoke move through the room, and remembered when your smallest silence could have filled my head with doom. There were nights I'd lose my sleeping over names I didn't know. Now the thought of someone holding you didn't hurt me anymore, and that frightened you more deeply than the anger I once showed. Because jealousy can still mean love. Indifference means it's gone. A heart doesn't always leave in anger. Sometimes it walks away in peace, and by the time the other person notices, it's already out of reach. I don't ask where you've been anymore. I don't wait beside the door. I don't read between your answers like I used to do before. You can stay out past the sunrise. You can leave your phone face down. I don't ask where you've been anymore, because somehow I stopped caring where you go. Yourself a glass of red wine, then sat across from me. Said, you haven't asked me anything, there's something wrong with you and me. I watched the candle catch your earrings, watched the smoke move through the room, and remembered when your smallest silence could have filled my head with doom. There were nights I'd lose my sleeping over names I didn't know. Now the thought of someone holding you didn't hurt me anymore, and that frightened you more deeply than the anger I once showed, because jealousy can still mean love, indifference means it's gone. A heart doesn't always leave in anger, sometimes it walks away in peace. And by the time the other person notices, I was slowly losing you. I don't ask where you've been anymore, I don't wait beside the door, I don't read between your answers like I used to do before. You can stay out past the sunrise, you can leave your phone face down. I don't ask where you've been anymore, because somehow I stopped caring where you go. No questions anymore. You poured yourself a glass of red wine, then sat across from me. You used to hate when I got angry. Funny, you should have worried when I stopped. You came home wearing that same silence that I'd learned too well to read. Dropped your coat across the sofa like there was nothing left to see. Once I'd ask you where you'd wandered, why your eyes avoided mine. Once I'd let the whiskey listen while we argued half the night. But that evening I said nothing, didn't question where you'd gone. I just poured myself another and let the record carry on. You stood waiting by the doorway for the storm that never came, and for the first time you looked frightened when I calmly said your name. You thought anger was the problem, you thought silence would be peace, but you never understood. My anger meant I still believe. You noticed when I stopped getting angry, when I stopped asking you to stay, when your lies no longer hurt me and your distance felt okay. You wanted all those fights to disappear, now you'd give anything to bring them back. You noticed when I stopped getting angry, but darling, by then my heart already had too late. You noticed, too late. The next few weeks you came home earlier, started leaving your phone face up. You made coffee Sunday morning in that old blue porcelain cup. You asked about the work I'd mentioned months before you stopped to hear. Started touching my hand at dinner like you suddenly felt me disappear. You bought the wine we drank in Paris, played the record from my first dance. Funny how a dying love can make somebody rediscover romance. I saw everything you were trying, and a part of me wished it worked. But you can't water dying flowers after years of letting them hurt. I wanted this 1,000 nights ago. I would have given anything, but timing has a cruel way of making love arrive too late. You notice when I stopped getting angry, when I stopped asking you to stay, when your lies no longer hurt me and your distance felt okay. You wanted all those fights to disappear. Now you'd give anything to bring them back. You notice when I stopped getting angry, but darling, by then my heart already had too late. You noticed, too late. The next few weeks you came home earlier, started leaving your phone face up. You made coffee Sunday morning in that old blue porcelain cup. You asked about the work I'd mentioned months before you stopped to hear. Started touching my hand at dinner like you suddenly felt me disappear. You bought the wine we drank in Paris, played the record from my first dance. Funny how a dying love can make somebody rediscover romance. I saw everything you were trying, and a part of me wished it worked. But you can't water dying flowers after years of letting them hurt. I wanted this 1,000 nights ago. I would have given anything, but timing has a cruel way of making love arrive too late. You notice when I stopped getting angry, when I stopped asking you to stay, when your lies no longer hurt me and your distance felt okay. You wanted all those fights to disappear. Now you'd give anything to bring them back. You noticed when I stopped getting angry, but darling, by then my heart already had too late. You noticed, too late. The next few weeks you came home earlier, You came home wearing that same silence that I'd learned too well to read. There was a time I'd have given anything to hear you say those words. Funny how time changes what a man needs. You found me sitting by the window with the city turning blue. Two untouched glasses on the table, one for me and one for you. You stood there longer than you needed, like you didn't know my name, then pulled the chair across from mine and whispered, I know I'm to blame. For once there wasn't an excuse, no story dressed to make things right. You said you lied, you said you'd hurt me, said you'd wasted too many nights. You said I took your love for granted, I thought you'd always wait, and every word I'd begged to hear had finally come too late. I watched the tears you used to hide fall freely from your eyes, and somewhere the man I used to be would have crossed the room and held you tight. But the last apology came too late, after love had learned to close the gate. You finally said the words I needed when I no longer needed them. You finally saw the man beside you when he'd stopped asking to be seen. I forgive you, that's the hardest truth, but forgiveness doesn't mean I'll stay. The last apology was beautiful, it just came too late. Too late for us. You told me every hidden detail, every place and every name. Said the thrill was never worth it, said you hated what became. You reached across and touched my fingers like you used to years ago, and for a moment I remembered why I'd found it hard to go. You said, give me one more chance, I'll spend forever making this right. There was a time I'd have believed you, there was a time I'd have stayed that night. But hearts aren't doors you open freely. Every time somebody knocks, sometimes too many broken promises teach a heart to change the locks. I don't doubt that you're sorry, I can see it in your face, but regret cannot return us to a time before things changed. Oh, the The last apology came too late, after love had learned to close the gate. You finally said the words I needed when I no longer needed them. You finally saw the man beside you when he'd stopped asking to be seen. I forgive you, that's the hardest truth, but forgiveness doesn't mean I'll stay. The last apology was beautiful, it just came too late, too late for us. Please don't think I'm leaving to punish you. Please don't think I want you to hurt. I loved you enough to forgive what happened, but I finally learned to love myself enough not to return. There's no revenge inside this goodbye, no satisfaction watching you cry. Just two people who waited too long to become who they should have been for each other. The last apology came too late, but I will carry no hate away. You finally gave me all your honesty, and I believe every word tonight. But some bridges aren't rebuilt just because we finally see the other side. I forgive you, I release you. I hope someday you forgive yourself. The last apology was beautiful, maybe the most honest thing you ever gave me. But darling, it came too late to save us. You stood beside the doorway when I reached to take my coat. Then you whispered, if I had said all this sooner, would you have stayed? No broken glass, no final fight, just a key and one last night. The clock was somewhere after midnight when I folded my last shirt. You were sitting by the window, trying not to make things worse. My old suitcase by the doorway looked smaller than I thought. Funny how a life together fits inside what one man brought. You asked if I was really leaving, like the answer wasn't clear. I looked around that quiet apartment at 11 borrowed years. The photographs were still in order, our two glasses still beside the wine. Everything looked like forever, except you and I. There was nothing left to argue, nothing left we hadn't said. Sometimes love doesn't need another battle. Sometimes it needs an end. I left without slamming the door. Didn't need to hurt you anymore. Put my key beside the whiskey, took my coat up from the floor. No last accusation, no cruel words to make you cry. Left without slamming the door. Some goodbyes don't need to sound like goodbye. I just closed it softly. You followed slowly through the hallway, bare feet quiet on the wood. Said, we could still repair this. I said, I know, maybe we could. But there are things that can be mended, that should never be rebuilt. Because fixing every broken piece doesn't change the way it feels. I didn't want another promise, didn't need another vow. We had spent too many tomorrows trying to save what wasn't now. You reached out and held my jacket, the way you did when we first met. And for one dangerous second, I almost forgot everything. Leaving someone you don't love is easy. Leaving someone you still remember loving, that's where a man learns what goodbye really means. I left without slamming the door. Didn't need to hurt you anymore. Put my key beside the whiskey, took my coat up from the floor. No last accusation, no cruel words to make you cry. I left without slamming the door. Some goodbyes don't need to sound like goodbye. I could have listed every lie, every night you made me wait, every time you made me question whether love was worth the wait. But what would anger change at midnight? What would one more argument prove? The strongest thing I had left to say wasn't a sentence, it was leaving you. I left without slamming the door, because I wasn't angry anymore. Didn't need you to remember every reason from before. I took the scars, I took the lessons, left the bitterness behind. I left without slamming the door. And somewhere on the other side, I found a little piece of mine. No revenge, no shattered pictures, no last battle left to win. I left without slamming the door, and promised I'd never lose myself like that again. my hand rested on the handle, you whispered, "Will I ever see you again?" I looked back across the hallway at the woman I'd once called home. I don't know. Then I stepped into the rain. The door closed softly behind me. No thunder, no broken glass, no final scream, just click. And for the first time in years, the silence felt like freedom. With no funny how ordinary love looks small until it's gone. I heard you kept my coffee cup still sitting by the sink, the one you used to call too old, the one I'd reach for without thinking. The hallway light burns through the morning because I'm not there to turn it down. And no one leaves your Sunday paper folded neatly on the ground. Your sister said you hate the silence since my records disappeared. You used to ask me for some quiet, now quiet's all you hear. You thought love needed grand occasions, roses, diamonds, foreign shores. But love was me at 2 in the morning, checking twice you'd locked the door. Some things feel like nothing when they're always standing near. Then absence turns the smallest things into everything you miss. Now you miss the man you took for granted, the one you thought would always stay, the hands that fixed what you had broken, the voice that asked about your day. You miss the coffee, you miss the laughter, you miss my coat beside the stairs. Now you miss the man you took for granted, because suddenly he's not there. Not there anymore. You called me twice last Sunday evening. I watched my telephone light blue. There was a time I'd cross the city just because I heard from you. But I was sitting in a small bar where nobody knew our past, a glass of bourbon by the window, and a peace I hoped would last. I didn't answer out of anger, didn't want to make you pay. I simply knew one conversation could pull yesterday into today. And I've spent too many lonely evenings learning how to breathe again. Some doors are hardest to keep closed when love still remembers where they've been. I hope you're well, I mean it, I hope someday you understand. You didn't lose me when I walked out. You lost me every time you forgot the man I was. Now you miss the man you took for granted, the one you thought would always stay, the hands that fixed what you had broken, the voice that asked about your day. You miss the coffee, you miss the laughter, you miss my coat beside the stairs. Now you miss the man you took for granted, because suddenly he's not there. Not there. Maybe you miss the way I loved you more than you miss the man himself. Maybe loneliness makes old memories look kinder on the shelf. But I won't return just to become the thing you overlook again. A good man can forgive a woman and still know he deserves better than being needed only after he's gone. Now you miss the man you took for granted, and I finally know my worth. I don't need you to regret it, I don't need to watch you hurt. Keep the pictures, keep the memories, keep the years we once called ours. There were beautiful days between us before we let them fall apart. Now you miss the man you took for granted, and maybe that's the lesson love left behind. Sometimes you don't know what a good man gave you until he stops giving all his time. Your message came just after midnight. I miss you. Two small words once, they would have brought me home. I read them once, turned the telephone face down, finished my whiskey, and watched the rain. I miss you too, but missing you isn't enough to make me lose myself again. Losing you would cost me everything. Turns out keeping you cost more. The apartment's smaller than our old one, but I sleep better here. No footsteps making me suspicious, no silence dressed in fear. There's one chair beside the window, one glass waiting by the flame. No telephone turned over, no excuses left to name. I wake before the city, make my coffee black and slow, Some mornings I still think about you, then I simply let it go. Funny how the things I called lonely started feeling more like home. I had forgotten peace could enter when a man was finally alone. I thought love was worth the sleepless nights, the questions and the doubt. Then I learned anything that steals your peace eventually costs too much. My peace became more expensive than your love, more precious than the promises I couldn't trust enough. I can miss you without calling, I can love what we once were, but I won't trade another quiet night for the chance to call you mine. My peace became more expensive than your love, and I finally stopped paying the price. Too expensive now. Last Thursday you were waiting outside the bar on 7th Street, black coat wrapped around your shoulders, rain shining at your feet. For a moment all the old things moved like shadows through my chest. You smiled the way you used to when you knew me at my best. You said, "Can we talk somewhere?" I almost answered yes. Then I remembered all those evenings when loving you meant losing rest. So we stood beneath the awning while the taxis painted gold, and I realized I could still love you without needing you to hold. Healing isn't forgetting someone, it isn't making memories disappear. It's remembering everything you loved without inviting back everything you feared. My peace became more expensive than your love, more precious than the promises I couldn't trust enough. I can miss you without calling, I can love what we once were, but I won't trade another quiet night for the chance to call you mine. My peace became more expensive than your love, and I finally stopped paying the price. Too expensive now. Last Thursday you were waiting outside the bar on 7th Street, black coat wrapped around your shoulders, rain shining at your feet. For a moment all the old things moved like shadows through my chest. You smiled the way you used to when you knew me at my best. You said, "Can we talk somewhere?" I almost answered yes. Then I remembered all those evenings when loving you meant losing rest. So we stood beneath the awning while the taxis painted gold, and I realized could still love you without needing you to hold. Healing isn't forgetting someone, it isn't making memories disappear. It's remembering everything you loved without inviting back everything you feared. My peace became more expensive than your love, more precious than the promises I couldn't trust enough. I can miss you without calling, I can love what we once were, but I won't trade another quiet night for the chance to call you mine. My peace became more expensive than your love, and I finally stopped paying the price. Too expensive now. Last Thursday you were waiting outside the bar on 7th Street, black coat wrapped around your shoulders, rain shining at your feet. For a moment all the old things moved like shadows through my chest. You smiled the way you used to when you knew me at my best. You said, "Can we talk somewhere?" I almost answered yes. Then I remembered all those There was a time, one word from you could ruin my night. Not anymore. I saw your name light up my telephone, a little after 2. There was a time my hands would tremble just from hearing news of you. I would have read between the letters, looking for what wasn't there. I would have turned one simple message into hours of despair. But tonight I watched it glowing, then turned the screen face down, poured another glass of bourbon while the rain moved through the town. No anger rising in my heartbeat, no questions in my soul. You can't hurt a man the same way once he's finally let you go. Freedom isn't when the memory disappears, it's when the memory comes back and no longer controls your fear. You can't hurt a man who already let go. You can't break what no longer needs you whole. Say the words you used to use, bring the ghosts I used to know. You can't hurt a man who already let go. I don't hate you, I don't need you, I don't need to win the because your hands aren't holding his heart anymore. Not anymore. We met by accident one evening at that old downtown cafe. You were sitting near the window in the dress you wore that day. For a second, time stood still there. Then you looked into my eyes. I could see you searching carefully for some trace of old desire. You mentioned someone you were seeing, like you waited for the sting. I smiled and said, I hope he's good to you, and strangely I meant everything. You studied me across the table, like a stranger wearing my face. Maybe you expected jealousy, but peace had taken its place. The opposite of love isn't anger. Anger still remembers where to go. Sometimes healing sounds like nothing when you hear a name you used to know. You can't hurt a man who already let go. You can't break what no longer needs you hold. Say the words you used to use, bring the ghosts I used to know. You can't hurt a man who already let go. I don't hate you, I don't need you, I don't need to win the war. You can't hurt a man who already let go. Because your hands aren't holding his heart anymore. Not anymore. Don't mistake my peace for emptiness. Don't mistake my smile for something cold. I loved you, that's exactly why it took so long to let you go. But somewhere between the sleepless nights and mornings I survived alone, I stopped asking why you hurt me and started asking why I kept holding on. That's when everything changed. You can't hurt a man who already let go. He has walked through every place you thought he'd never go. He has slept alone, he has faced the dark, he has rebuilt what you broke. You can't hurt a man who already let go. No revenge, no bitter ending, no satisfaction in your fall. The strongest thing I ever did was stop needing anything from you at all. You can't hurt a man who already let go. Not because he stopped feeling, but because he finally started. A good man doesn't stop caring all at once. It happens. One disappointment at a time. He forgives the first deception, lets the second one go by, tells himself that love is patience while he's learning how to lie. Not to her but to the mirror, when it asks if he's alright, he keeps saying things will get better, then loses sleep another night. He remembers who she used to be, so he stays for who she's not, keeps protecting dying embers long after they have lost their spark. Everybody sees him smiling, nobody knows what smile can hide. A good man doesn't leave at first, he leaves after something dies inside. He doesn't change because he's heartless, he changes because he's tired. There's only so long a man can stand beside a dying fire. When a good man finally stops caring, there won't be thunder in the room, no broken glass, no angry warning, no threat of what he's gonna do. He won't beg you, he won't blame you, he won't ask you where you've been. When a good man finally stops caring, that's when you finally lose him. Not when he shouts, when he goes quiet. You'll notice little things are different. He doesn't check if you came home, doesn't ask who keeps on calling, doesn't mind being alone. He'll still hold the door politely, still remember what you drink, but something underneath his kindness no longer waits for what you think. You'll start giving him the answers that he begged for months ago. You'll leave your telephone uncovered, you'll start asking him to stay. But the tragedy of timing is that love can arrive too late, and the man you finally learned to value may already have walked away. You may finally tell the truth, he may finally hear you say every word he once prayed for, and still choose to walk away. When a good man finally stops caring, there won't be thunder in the room, no broken glass, no angry warning, no threat of what he's gonna do. He won't beg you, he won't blame you, he won't ask you where you've been. When a good man finally stops caring, that's when you finally lose him. Not when he shouts, He doesn't check if you came home, doesn't ask who keeps on calling, doesn't mind being alone. He'll still hold the door politely, still remember what you drink. But something underneath his kindness no longer waits for what you think. You'll start giving him the answers that he begged for months ago. You'll leave your telephone uncovered. You'll start asking him to stay. But the tragedy of timing is that love can arrive too late, and the man you finally learned to value may already have walked away. You may finally tell the truth. He may finally hear you say every word he once prayed for, and still choose to walk away. When a good man finally stops caring, there won't be thunder in the room, no broken glass, no angry warning, no threat of what he's gonna do. He won't beg you, he won't blame you, he won't ask you where you've been. When a good man finally stops caring, that's when you finally lose him. Not when he shouts, when he goes quiet. You'll notice little things are different. He doesn't check if you came home, doesn't ask who keeps on calling, doesn't mind being alone. He'll still hold the door politely, still remember what you drink. But something underneath his kindness no longer waits for what you think. You'll start giving